Hello. Hang on, my cat's... Okay. Apparently, the Game Awards are being slow in starting the stream. My cats did a thing, I need to fix it. Hang on. Ay. Silly, silly animals. Okay, I guess this was... The live stream was supposed to start, like, it's presumably it'll have, like, a countdown of its own, because it's supposed to start, like, on the hour. But usually, like, they start, like, with a countdown and some pre-show ads and shit that run in the background. I guess they're not doing that for this one. Oh, good lord. Eidolon, hello! You had just announced yourself. Thank you very much for the gift subs. And Koalada, thank you for subscribing as well. So, here's the thing. If there is any Silk Song news this year, thank you for Kiravane for the Prime sub. If there's any Silk Song news this year, it will be at Xbox, presumably, because they seem to have, like, the deal with Team Cherry to sort of, like, publish that stuff first. So if there is any, it'll be here. I severely doubt it. I just don't think we're gonna hear anything from Silk Song until they're ready to, like, shadow drop it the same day. Right? I can try and refresh it, but it doesn't do nothing. Like I think what's eventually gonna happen with Silk Song is that, like, it's gonna show up at the fucking Game Awards in 2 years, and it's gonna be, oh yeah, by the way, the game's available now, and then they're gonna crash Steam. Like, I think ultimately Team Cherry is just like, they're just not gonna have a hype cycle. They're just gonna, yeah, it's available now, go play it. What is the background? Tears of the Kingdom? Breath of the Wild, actually. But, you know, same. Oh, God is Jealous. Thank you very much for the subscription. I appreciate it. Is there any specific reason why Silksong is in development hell? Not that we know. Like, no one really knows what's going on with Team Cherry. They don't really give interviews, and reporters haven't had any access to it. So no one knows why it's taking this long. Like, it might just be that it's because they made so much money from Hollow Knight that they can take as long as they fucking want. And they sort of have spiraled into the rabbit hole of, we could make it a little better if we just, you know... Yuri Venom, thank you very much for that subscription. Like, it might just be a thing of, like, because the thing started as DLC, right? Like, it started as just DLC for Hollow Knight, then it became a full standalone game. At this point, I'm sort of suspecting that they've made, like, a full game trilogy starring... like, just a full game trilogy for her. Or else just that they've made a really motherfucking huge, extremely well-made Metroidvania, like, just something that's, like, on the scale of Hollow Knight times 2 kind of thing, like, where they've just taken everything they learned from Hollow Knight and just gone even harder on it. The consensus is that Team Cherry feature-crept Hollow Knight and only released it because they were running out of time, and now they have all the money, so now that, yeah, like, really, that's, Oh, Mimir the Felony Fellow, thank you for subscribing. And... hang on. Chrome King. Okay, I needed to parse that leet speak for a second there. Remember, they have single-digit numbers of artists. Yeah, I mean, well, I don't know how many artists they have at this point, but yeah. But it was the thing, like, Microsoft made the announcement that like, everything in this trailer that we're going to show you is coming out within the year. And then Silksong was in the trailer, right? Like, so it was supposed to be... like, it's supposed to be... like, it was theoretically at some point supposed to come out that year. And just didn't. Which, you know, who knows why. But if this is what it takes for Team Cherry to make a game the size of Hollow Knight without any crunch or stress, I'll just fucking let them. Like, I have a lot of other fucking games to play. Like, I still need to finish Final Fantasy 16 at some point. And 7 Rebirth, right? It's like, it's not like I'm in a hurry to have a huge new game to sink all of my time into. Hades 2 also, which is also coming out this year at some point. Like, I have too many things. I have way too many fucking things, and I don't need a game the size of whatever the fuck Silksong's gonna be. Like, don't need it right now. And, like, the thing is, like, no matter when Silksong comes out, I'll probably have, like, oh god, I have too many other games to play. That'll always be the situation. That'll always be the thing. But specifically right now, I just, like, I'm fine taking a moment. I'm fine sort of taking it slow here. That's okay by me. I think people are just too used to AAA studios cranking out games at a ridiculous pace. Yeah. Which is gonna stop now that they fired 10,000 people. Like, people underestimate just how many projects, just how many games, just how many things have gotten cancelled over the course of the last year and a half of, like, the constant stream of layoffs and studio closures. Like, people underestimate how much it's gonna be, and, like, the next few sort of summer games fests and like Game Awards, games are going to be thin on the ground, like, especially AAA are going to be thin on the ground, right? Like, it is going to be a huge contraction for the games industry's output, which means that they will, like, focus even harder on trying to get as much money as possible out of the games that they do publish, which means I predict that monetization is going to get even fucking worse. Right, because they're going to need to squeeze more blood from the stone. Is there going to be a Nintendo Direct this month? Yes, and they are not going to talk about the Switch 2. They have been very specific about that. So it'll be like Twilight Year Switch games at that Direct, right? Like, it'll be the last gasps of whatever they're going to throw on the Switch before the new one comes out. So, presumably the Nintendo Direct is not going to have any big bombshells. Like, it'll probably, like, if it's anything, it's going to be remakes and ports, right? Like, like, some people are speculating that they'll drop the Twilight Princess remaster that's been rumored forever. Like that will be like the last big title with which they're going to try and push the old Switch, and then there will be like an enhanced version of that on the Switch 2 or something like that, right? Like but you know, that's rumors. That's fairly baseless speculation. Like it's been rumored for years that Nintendo has basically got a finished, like as good as finished Twilight Princess remaster somewhere in the can, like that project has like just been languishing in we don't have a good window to publish this thing in yet situation, and like so people have been getting really sort of desperate for Nintendo to like finally fucking drop the thing, and like that's the kind of thing that you would finish out like a generation with, right? It's like that's the sort of last big hurrah that will sort of induce someone to either buy a Switch 2 or purchase a Switch like in the last year before it becomes obsolete, right? All right, so the show, apparently they just scheduled the live stream for like half an hour earlier than it was supposed to go, but it should start in about 15 minutes, at least. Jeff at Summer Games Fest felt to me like he was off. He was very low energy that year. This year, like he felt kind of deflated as a presenter there. Who knows? Like maybe he had some personal stuff going on. Who knows? Like that's I don't really want to read into that. Just hope it'll be cheaper than the Skyward Sword port. I wouldn't count on it, Torpedo Pickle. That it's Nintendo. Nintendo doesn't, like, they release their remasters and remakes at full price. Any thoughts about the updated version of Final Fantasy XIV? Yes, over on my reaction channel, actually, I've got a lengthy video about it. Actually, something I wanted to do yesterday, but I forgot to do. Might as well try and... Hey, there we go. Might as well try and remember it now. Hang on. Oh, I don't have that here. Okay. Hang on a minute. I want to put chat on screen so that people can, like, so in the VOD, people can see what I'm responding to, which means I need to find my overlays, and I don't have them in this scene on OBS, so hang on, let's get that, overlays, overlay, oh, that's not the right thing, oh, god damn it, okay, log into the other one, to Twitch. I can't see anything anyone is saying right now. So just give me a minute. Overlays. That one. Copy URL. Source browser. Okay. Ding 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 ding. There you are. Now I should be able to see you, theoretically. Aw, people are saying nice things about me. Aw, sweet. The original benchmark or the new and improved one? Oh, they put out a new benchmark for Dawn Trail? Shit, I might have to check that out. Oh shit, I'm gonna have to check that out. Okay, well, I guess I'm doing a reaction video about that in a day or two. Yeah, the updated one. I'll check out the updated one. this is basically the replacement for what was E3. Yeah, basically. It's Jeff Keighley dancing on E3's corpse. Sort of is basically what's going on. Like, E3 died for a lot of reasons, but a huge part of the reason was that Nintendo figured out that they could just ignore it and host Nintendo Directs. And then E3 sort of like started losing more and more of its major sponsors and major participants, and they started flailing more and more desperate. Like, they started doing influencer marketing. They tried to turn it into like a theme park experience for non-industry people, and it became less and less essential and less important to like the business of the games industry, and became more like they tried more and more to turn it into like a fan convention thing. And like, it's also that the ESRB and like the people who ran E3 were notoriously just absolutely fucking terrible at maintaining good relationships both with publishers and with journalists. Like they leaked the personal details of journalists multiple times to the public, which like name, address, like personal emails, like fucking, and never really properly apologized for it or made any amends. And so, like, journalists had, like, a complicated fucking relationship with E3 by the end. And it's like, and then, like, all of the big companies were just like, well, we can just, like, PlayStation can just host a State of Play, and Xbox Game Showcase can just, like, they can just have their own fucking Xbox Game Showcase thing. And, like, so they lost a lot of the things that would draw eyeballs to E3. And then Jeff Keighley comes in and goes, okay, instead of having this centralized industry event, let's have like more of a festival thing where the companies can have their own individual specific events as part of like a broad coalition movement thing of like, oh, we do all of this here in June. It's like it's a game celebration, right? Which from a PR perspective, a lot of the companies just liked a lot more. And it also opened up the scene for like something like the Accessibility Showcase and the Cozy Game Showcase, and for like Devolver Digital to do their thing. And like, so they started building up like this library of smaller showcases, smaller like organized sort of trailer showcases and shit like that, that all sort of clustered around June and became part of the brand that is Summer Game Fest, right? Whether or not they're officially affiliated with Jeff Keighley, he still gets the benefit of, like, so it's just a structure for an E3 thing that is more convenient and more, more convenient for the industry and more open in general, right? And more accessible to the public. And that's just, it's a win-win-win for everyone except for E3. Oh, I saw that, Mimir. Like, and I reacted to it when it happened. It was fucking awesome. I'm so fucking happy Innersloth are doing that with their money. Do I have any opinions on Devolver? Nah, they're a decent publisher. Like, I've never heard anything bad about them. When did Jeff Keighley become such a big name in gaming anyways? Was it putting something... No, Jeff Keighley is actually an interesting character because he kind of came out of nowhere once upon a time. Like, he arrived in the games industry and he became associated with the old Game Awards on G4 TV, like way the hell back in the day. He sort of became one of the point men for that. As I understand it, he has... Yeah, he got his start on Spike TV, right? As I understand it, he's someone who's like, he's an industry baby, right? Like, he has like family who is in the entertainment industry, and that the rumor is, and I can't confirm any of this. This is like gossip and rumor. The rumor is that's how he sort of got his into the industry, and that's pretty normal, I should also say. Like, a lot of prominent people in games journalism and like games publishing and shit like that, they got there because they had an in, right? Like, they're nepotism because someone had connections. That's normal. That's not specific to Jeff Keighley, but like, that's basically sort of like, that's where he came from. And ever since, like, he sort of bounced around. He was like Spike TV, G4. He was on GameSpot for a long time and was like a pretty major personality for that website. And he's always been trying to organize these prestige events for the industry. Like, that's sort of always been kind of his thing, is that he really, like, he really sort of seems to have this as his passion project, right? To have something like the Game Awards, to have something like Summer Game Fest. And now he's got it. Like, so, like, good job on the hustle for him, but in the process of getting there, he has also made himself like an industry toady, right? Like, he's made himself an industry bootlicker. in a lot of ways, right? Like, because he needs them. Like, he cannot actually call out Microsoft, for example, for laying off 2,000 fucking people. He can't do it because he needs them at his showcase, right? He needs them to back his events, otherwise they do not happen, right? So, like, that's the position that he's in, is one where at the same time he sort of tries to market himself as a voice for game developers, as a voice for the games industry, as a ringmaster for the circus that is the games industry, right? Like a promoter, someone who tries to spotlight smaller voices and cool independent projects. He tries to do that in terms of his personal PR, but all of the projects that he makes are so deep in the pockets of the big publishers that, like, he can't, he can't actually be any kind of a critical voice on behalf of the industry. He just can't, right? And, like, yeah, that's why I'm annoyed with him, a lot of the time, is that, like, I think he is a symptom of a lot of the things that are toxic about the games industry. It's, like, especially its PR. But I would never, like, he's not like the enemy. He's not the bad guy. The bad guy is the publishers, right? Like, it's just that he's someone, his passion projects, what he's been trying to do in the games industry has led him to a position where he is beholden to them in such a profound way that he doesn't really have, like, he can't really be anything other than a man who shills for advertisements, right? He's the trailer salesman. That's sort of where he is now. Tenwin, are you planning on trying to get back to streaming Elden Ring around with the DLC release? No. Like, that's not going to happen. I can tell you, Tenwin. I'm not trying to coordinate anything with the release of Shadows of the Earth Tree at all. No, I'll get back to Elden Ring eventually. I'm getting towards the end of the footage that I have. Like, I'm sort of like 4 more episodes I think I need to edit, and then I can start recording new footage. But I'd like, as you know, that'll take me a fucking while because it takes me a good long time to make those episodes. In a way, he's the face of the industry for better or for worse. Yeah, right. Do I have anything on the horizon in terms of streaming? I want to play Baldur's Gate 3. Like, I really want to finish that game up. Like, right now, I'm focused. I want to try and finish an Elden Ring episode. And then I will react to the Hell of a Boss Season 2 episodes, maybe 3 or 4 of those. Do some free-run reactions, maybe for the reaction channel, just to unwind. Then I'll start back up work. I have a video essay, like, not an Elden Ring episode. I have a video essay that I want to do on my main channel, because that channel has been neglected for a while. And then I want to do that. Like, I think the schedule, air quotes, that I'm going to have for myself for a bit is Elden Ring, do some reactions to unwind, do a proper video essay thing on the main channel, do some reactions. I want to try and build that up to a schedule. But I have severe ADHD, so scheduling is hard. Who knows? Did you ever get around to playing the Great Ace Attorney 2? Yes. I am recording a playthrough of Great Ace Attorney 2 slowly. I have like 5-6 episodes of that in the can, and once I'm done with it, I'll release the whole thing all at once to members of the Let's Play channel. Why do all YouTubers seemingly have ADHD? I mean, it's not really all of us, but part of the reason why a lot of YouTubers have ADHD is because being a professional YouTuber is it's a job that suits ADHD reasonably well. In terms of you're your own boss, you can sort of chase your interest, you can do whatever sort of excites you and makes you happy. Like, it's a job that is reasonably accommodating of ADHD, and also having ADHD can be very helpful for a YouTuber. Like, the fact that I can sit and talk for 8 hours about, like, do a ranking streak of skins or Legends of Runeterra cards or fucking whatever, like my Hell of a Boss reaction thing, like the tier lists I've done for that shit, that's partly because of my ADHD that allows me, like, I have that ability to, like, run on my own energy, just, like, fucking power through shit like that, and, like, keep talking, and, like never run out of something to say, because my brain keeps jumping from topic to topic to topic and connecting things and themes. So, like, parts of the symptoms of ADHD can be useful for being a YouTuber. Like, for doing this. Same thing with Twitch streamers, right? Like, some parts of our condition are well suited to this job, right? But, like, parts of our condition is also terribly poorly suited to this job. Like the number of YouTubers who have problems doing their taxes, right? The taxes suck and everyone hates doing them, but, like, ADHD has a particular difficulty with shit like that, and it's like, it's a known thing. I have, like, a month of creative energy to make videos and then crash out for ages. Yeah, that's the ADHD pattern. Like, I don't know if you have ADHD, but that's very much an ADHD thing, is, like, you run yourself completely fucking ragged. Just like fucking, yeah, fucking, I'm making all the things, I've got energy for millions of years. And then you burn out, and then all of a sudden everything just turns off, right? And you're just, like, you're crashed on your couch, your bed rotting for weeks. Because, like, you burned out, and because you have ADHD, you don't know how to pace yourself, right? Would you consider watching something like Nimona or Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Yeah, sure, but, like I've said many times, Alex can watch, is, like, anytime someone asks me, would you ever do a video about or react to it, like the answer is, like, yeah, sure, like, but probably not, because I would if I had 48 hours in a day and like 32 days in a week, but I don't, and I have too many other things, so it's like, yeah, like, the chance of anyone getting me to, like, anyone requesting me to react to something is, like, minuscule, unfortunately. Do you feel you need to keep a backlog on your reaction commentary channel? Not really. No, the reaction channel is just all for fun. Anyway, 18 plus. Oh, it's a mature game. It's an adult mature game for mature adult audiences. I should probably edit the stream info to... Oh, I can't actually edit the audience for comment. Okay, fair enough. Horror game of some kind? What's going on? Wait, this is Resident Evil? I think I'm... Did I see Wesker? I feel like I saw him flash by. It must be Call of Duty, yeah.
Good evening. The Soviet Union is no more.
Oh, Bush the Elder.
Instability and chaos. These events clearly serve our national interest.
Okay, so Call of Duty Gulf War. Okay.
Free from the specter of global conflict.
Well, this is going to be horrifying.
The mystery of American renewal.
Oh, this is going to suck. The politics of this game are going to be so fucking rancid. Holy shit. Haha! Bombing Iraq. It's fun setting oil fields on fire. Yay! It's so cool. It's so badass, you guys. It's so rad.
The agency is compromised. We're being hunted from the inside.
You don't have to trust me, Marshal.
The politics of Call of Duty are always rancid, but...
Hey, it's something you should see.
What the hell are we getting into? Don't trust anyone.
Oh, we're also doing CIA Black Ops bullshit? Of course we are. But, like, MK Ultra shit? Sure.
You broke into a CIA black site.
Oh, thank you for that subscription, Toyslick.
Things got complicated.
He's riding a fucking American flag mode. Oh my fucking god. I mean, I will say, in terms, like, if you're gonna do shit like this, the tone should be a big, stupid 80s action movie. Like, sure.
May God continue to bless the United States of America.
Like, if they would just
got a first look at the campaign,
if they would just have some irony about it, like, it would be so much more digestible.
Set in the 1990s, after the Cold War ends, where the truth isn't what it seems. It's an honor to stand here representing the creative teams at
Oh,
Activision.
go fuck yourself,
And
Phil
please stay
Spencer,
tuned
you
after
fucking
the
corporate
showcase,
monopolist
where
piece
we
of
will take
shit.
you inside the studios to hear
Inside the
directly from
studios, yeah, the ones you've
Treyarch
got
and Raven,
left after you
who are
fired
working
thousands
on
of
Call
people, you
Duty
sack of
Black
shit.
Ops 6. You'll get a 25-minute deep dive into the story and a sneak peek at multiplayer and zombies. It's been 10 years since Call of Duty has been in our show.
It's been less than a year since you laid off 1,000
It's been
people.
even longer since all Call of Duty players got the same game at the same time.
Yeah, cool.
Going
Call of Duty,
forward,
hooray. You killed Tango
everyone will
Gameworks, you piece of
experience
shit.
the game, including the Black Ops 6 beta, the season expansions, and the updates at launch. There are currently over 100 million people who play Call of Duty every month.
Yeah, and they pay you a lot of money, which you refuse to pass on to your employees,
6, the first
who
Call
live
of
like
Duty
barely on the
game
poverty line,
will
especially
be
the QA
available
testers.
in Game Pass day one. So no matter where you choose
No,
to play,
I don't think we'll see Elder
everyone is
Scrolls.
welcome to experience Call of Duty Black Ops 6 on October 25th.
If Bethesda shows anything, it'll probably be like
Incredibly excited for today's
their
show.
space game, whatever the fuck it was
Standing here
called,
thinking
Star,
about
whatever.
all the
It'll be
passion
DLC
has
for
gone
that.
into making this show what it is. It's an honor to share the latest efforts from our partners around the world
Fuck you.
and from our own creative teams at Activision, Bethesda, Blizzard, and Xbox Games
Go
Studios,
fuck yourself.
who are doing what I believe is some of their best work ever.
Yeah, but you're still gonna fucking close them,
Now I get
no
to
matter how
introduce
successful their
something
game is, so
that
fuck you.
Special to me. As someone who has played games for as long as I have, it's amazing that I get to set up this world premiere. So thank you all for joining us, and please enjoy the show.
World premiere.
World premiere. Like, I'm gonna shit on Phil Spencer the whole time, just like, cause fuck him. Like, fuck that guy. So we're doing some kind of prequel shit? Oh, Doom prequel. Okay. Does anyone give that much of a shit about the lore of the Doom guy? Like, does it matter that much? Also, why is he wearing a fur cape? Like, really? Okay. I guess we're leaning into the fantasy shit. Fair enough. Okay, a gun that, like, crunches up a skull into... into shrapnel? That is pretty good. Like, anything's better than the fucking interminable assault rifles. We were talking about this in the showcase yesterday, is like, you get these amazing sci-fi worlds set in a far-flung, like, fantastic... Oh, look, there's an assault rifle. Everyone uses assault rifles as weapons. Wow, right? So, like, I'm just glad that Doom is keeping the... cool weapon shit alive. Fuck, this does look good. They're fully leaning into fucking dark fantasy shit. I thought it was just for fun, but like, no, they're actually committing to it. Shit, that actually looks good. That actually looks really fucking dope. At least aesthetically. Like, at first I was kind of turned off by it because I thought it was silly with the power armor and the cloak, but then they just kept committing to it, and then it was cool.
Who were you before? Who did you love?
Are we doing more zombie survival shit? Looks that way.
What did you believe?
Undead Labs. Okay. State of Decay again?
It's too late to
Yeah,
ask now.
guess it might be.
We all knew the risks when we ventured out beyond the gates. But you helped us make something greater than the fear and death that surrounded us.
Why did you do that? That zombie wasn't even a threat.
We
Okay.
found hope in each other.
Help! I'm surrounded. They're everywhere. There's way more than I was expecting.
And even if we bought the other survivors just one more day, the sacrifice would be worth it.
I'm just so bored with zombie games. Like, it's not... I don't know that this game will be good or bad. I have no idea. I just... There's been so many of them.
And that helped us find the courage to keep going. To fight on. When we needed it the most.
Oh, R.I.P. to that guy.
I didn't know you well.
Honestly, like going fully into melee combat with a horde of zombies, probably a bad idea.
Very alive.
I also don't understand why they keep walking up to the zombies, like they keep getting closer to them. Like walking into the middle of the horde and shooting around. Like, just fucking shoot at them and retreat. Like, come on.
Every sacrifice we make matters.
They don't have ranged weapons.
Be forgotten.
Ooh. A bridge zombie.
No one is forgotten. We live on.
Oh, hey, pride flag. The gamers are gonna get very mad that State of Decay is woke now. I'm making that prediction. You'll see the fucking... Like, there will be YouTube videos saying State of Decay has gone woke. Right? Like, failing State of Decay studio goes woke. Microsoft Xbox panders to the queers. Like, panders to the wokies. Oh, that looks...
Not looking good, old friend. This'll take more than you.
That looks like Varric.
What are you thinking?
We need someone to be our eyes and ears in the shadows.
Like the crossbow he had kind of looked that way, but this can't be.
Someone to bring a little darkness.
This can't be Veilguard, can it? Oh yes, it is. Okay.
Going into the fade, aren't we?
And digging up a lot of buried secrets.
What about Darkspawn?
Yeah. Someone who will stand between us and a pack of demons.
You know there will be dragons.
Right. We'll need someone with fire.
Ooh. Kunari. It's an interesting visual style they've chosen.
This crew needs a leader. Someone we can count on. Someone that the world can count on. But where are we gonna find her?
Oh look, it's player character. This is a very different visual style for Dragon Age. I will say. Like, this is a lot more stylized and cartoony than it has been. I don't mind it so much. It was just like part of the reason why I didn't identify it as Dragon Age is because it looked so different aesthetically. Oh, Starfield. That's what the fucking space game was called. But yeah, Starfield DLC. Have modders managed to make that game good yet?
There is no record of a star station in this orbit. Something is not right.
Not yet? Okay.
This is the serpent's will.
Coming aboard was a mistake. We need to run.
Yeah, I don't have much reaction to it. Starfield just never looked interesting to me at all.
Still, and choose your words carefully.
And everything I've heard about it sort of confirmed that it's not.
You trespass in the home of House Maroon. Your fate will be decided by the great serpent.
But I guess they're leaning really hard into like even more space fantasy nonsense now.
Constricting until there is no more you. Only us.
This is the first Starfield footage I've seen that doesn't look exactly like Fallout. Yeah, it looks a lot more colorful than most of Starfield footage that I've seen too. Which, you know, that's nice. Space fantasy, and then there's an assault rifle. Yeah.
I'm from the Trackers Alliance. We have a proposal for you.
It's another thing that's like, that was one of the things that turned me off Starfield a lot with this, like when they started showing the footage for the first time, was like, oh, you go to bandit camps with like, the bandits have levels and you clear them out by shooting assault rifles at them like it's fucking Far Cry. Oh, okay. Like, embrace like the wonders of space exploration in the far-flung future by shooting at things in space with an assault rifle, right? It's like... It's like it does frustrate me that the only vision of like an exploratory space future that anyone can think of in video games is one where you shoot at things with assault rifles.
Sugar Bombs breakfast cereal. Bombs away. Folks, if you're just joining us,
okay, Fallout something.
The 10th consecutive hour of our Vaultathon 76 drive. We've got operators standing by, and oh, it looks like we've got one.
Harry's on from Skyline Valley. He's sending the whole family to Vault 76.
76 it is.
That Skyline Valley, beautiful country, right in the heart of Shenandoah.
Shenandoah River.
To join Harry and the over 17 million Vault dwellers already on board. And let's keep those numbers climbing.
Got 4 on the line from AVR Medical Center.
Vault 76 is a growing community, and strong community can weather any storm. Why, just take a look at our Skyline Valley neighbors in Vault 63. The greatest scientific minds are hard at work, cooking up shocking new ways to protect and preserve this Appalachian Eden. Yes, Skyline Valley is a stunning portrait of Mother Nature in repose. From the picturesque Shenandoah National Park to its majestic...
I hear that Fallout 76 has become reasonably decent after like many updates and rebalances. But it's not what I want from Fallout.
on now.
Right, like, I want New Vegas. I don't want an MMO.
Still not sold? Well, I suppose having skin is not for everyone. Best of luck out there.
I didn't watch the Fallout series, no. I saw everyone get horny for the ghoul, but, you know.
World premiere.
Okay, so France is, having another strike, I see.
Soon she'll wake and paint again. Paint a new number, ticking down every year. One stroke, and everyone of that age vanishes into nothingness. Every year she paints again, and every year an expedition departs for the continent with one hopeless mission: destroy the paintress so she can never paint death again.
Okay.
We'll break the cycle so she can't steal anyone else's future.
This world is full of wonders.
Yet everywhere we go, we walk with death.
Ooh, oh, I like that boss monster.
We're the only ones left.
Oh, hello. Oh, it's a fucking turn-based RPG? Hang on, now you have my interest. This is like some fucking Xenogears style almost. A fucking traditional RPG? Like an actual honest-to-God traditional RPG? Really? Shit, fuck. Now I'm interested.
Fail, we lay the trail for those who will come after. Right? We are Expedition 33.
An actual honest-to-God turn-based RPG. I am... Okay, yes. I will give that a shot. I've been hungry for that. Oh, everything here is going to come to PC, Wolf Eyes. It's all going to come to Game Pass.
Why are all these French people British toe?
No idea.
My mom's still alive.
If your mom's anything like you here, she'll keep fighting till we find her.
I hope so. It's just hard to believe this is
Ooh, like a fucking stop-motion style.
You mean to tell me your mama never told you stories about critters and weavers? Oh, you're lucky I come along.
What?
Oh, visually this fucks already. Visually this... Is that... Fuck, I think we've seen a trailer for this before, right?
That's two-toed Tom. Big gator. I gotta drop you off fast.
After I got you out of that tree, you said you helped me find my mama.
I ain't of a disposition to be gator snacks.
Well, me neither.
If we're gonna go on, we gotta get ready here.
I'm all ears.
There's a church up a ways with a big bell. Go on and ring it.
The visual style here is fucking immaculate.
Tom can't abide the sound of the bell. Some church folks once tried to dynamite him, and he didn't take that too kind. If you ring that bell, he might skedaddle.
You better not skedaddle.
Go on now, scoot.
Tom can
I'll pick you up yonder after to go
good.
find your mom.
Trifling ass mudcat.
Oh, and now... Okay, so now the frame rate... Okay, that's a little... Hang on.
Move quickly now.
They need to have an option to retain the stop-motion frame rate for gameplay. Like, I know people want 60 FPS, right? Like, and I'm sure they have a 60 FPS option, but like...
That floating island is the gator? Oh, hell no.
Because, like, they're mimicking, like, the aesthetic of stop motion with some very careful texturing and lighting engineering. and then also with like a limited frame rate, right? Like something like animating on, like effectively animating on 2s, right? Which at 60 frames per second would be animating on 4s. And I can fully understand why you would prefer for an action game like this to...
All right, time to find that church.
To play... this does look really pretty. I'm sorry, I'm not looking at chat, I'm just looking at the art style here. This is genuinely very gorgeous. And like, sort of based on like the Southern Bayou, right? And like that's an... Is that a cow on top of a roof? Anyway, that's an aesthetic that like games don't often really go for. Oh, that music is good though. And also the animation is like really fucking good. It's a little awkward because it jumps between 60 FPS and like stop motion speed. But like yeah, South of Midnight, that's what it was called. I'm gonna need to check that out just for the visuals, if nothing else. That does look very good. That looks very cool. Ah, Blizzard are gonna do something, are they? Overwatch 3. It's Diablo DLC.
She slumbers.
Or World of Warcraft, yeah.
And dreams.
Stormgate? No. It's World of Warcraft, yeah.
And for countless generations, mortal heroes have risen to defend her.
Are those all the old trailers that they're just sort of playing clips from? Okay. So it'll be World of Warcraft Classic, I guess.
Though they fought amongst themselves, their enmity following them to the most distant shores. And even across time. Their courage never faltered. Even upon the very threshold of death.
Is this more Soul of Azeroth stuff, I guess?
Blooms on the horizon. The final battle draws near.
I've never played WoW, so I have no investment in any of this. I loved Warcraft as an RTS. That's where I was with it.
The very heart of the world. The drums of war thunder once again.
Oh, thank you for resubscribing, Lylina.
Denied me shall be mine.
Ooh, Planet Destruction. Cataclysm 2. Cataclysm harder. Great Victory, thank you for subscribing. Again, I have no investment in in Warcraft, so no opinion really. Except that Blizzard's trailers always look very nice. And Doom Dude, thank you very much for the Prime sub. Konami, okay. Wait, is this a fucking... This is Snake Eater.
Listen up, Jack.
Oh, well.
Our mission is to infiltrate Celino Yask.
Snake Eater remaster.
Ensure the safety of Sokolov and bring him back to the west. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on.
What a
The
thrill.
clock is ticking. This will be a sneaking
With
mission.
darkness and
You must
silence
not
through
be
the
seen by the
night.
enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind
What
of
a
infiltration
thrill.
is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment are procure on site. That goes for food as well.
Searching and I'll meld into
Naked,
you.
just as your name implies.
I have to find my own weapons.
Hey, David Hayter's back!
Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
I mean, I guess they just used the old voice lines, but I'm glad they, like, I'm just so glad to hear David Hayter get to be Snake. I wonder if he got to record any new lines for this, or if they only used the old ones. They haven't shown the boss yet. Ramboing it, okay. Yeah, they're hiding the boss, okay. There she is. There's our girl. It's nice that it's like getting an update so that like
Commencing virtuous mission now.
so that it'll remain like playable for people at least. Yeah, the old game, like the visual limitations of Snake Eater, the original, has a lot of charm on its own. But like, I'm just glad there's like a port essentially available for people now, because like the old one is hard to play nowadays. It's hard to find. Oh, it's Skull and Bones. Oh, Sea of Thieves, right? That the other pirate game. The good pirate game. "13 seasons already. Damn. I'm glad that game is going strong, though. Oh, this looks colonial.
MFW gang flag.
As long as Wu is free,
Yeah.
the world is in mortal peril.
And how is it that you know all of this?
Because I am a god too.
If you're a god, you're one of them. Why would I do anything to help someone I've sworn to kill?
If it's vengeance you want, I'll give it to you.
Ooh. Nice soundtrack choice. The aesthetic here is fascinating because, like, there's bits of, like, shit that looks like Mediterranean. She's wearing something that looks vaguely like a sort of colonial era British military uniform kind of thing. I'm not really sure what the aesthetic is here. Like what it's Souls Light. That's not a fucking Souls-like. Shut up. That not even that it's a fucking action game.
Come on then. Fight me and die.
Nice trailer though. Like quite well cut. Flintlock: The Siege of Dawn. I mean, that look... I could not get a read on what that game was doing aesthetically at all. It was visually kind of all over the place. Like, it looks interesting, it's just I don't know what it's about. Like, I don't have any sense what it's about.
We return to you now as the gods of mankind.
Age of Mythology? It's Age of Mythology. I guess it's getting a remaster.
Rulers of the Greeks.
Or remake. One or the other.
The Egyptians and the Atlanteans.
We created mankind to fight for our glory. So rise and wield my wrath.
Command beastly chaos.
Rain down destruction.
And unleash our fury.
Worship me.
Claim my power.
Atlantis not looking green as my fate over your grace.
Yeah. Retold. Yeah, so it's a remake or a remaster. Cool. That's neat. Like, the Age of Empire remasters have been doing really well, so it's no surprise they invested into more of them. Those isn't like some decent classic RTSs.
Your target is in possession of a radioactive device. Stop Carrington's attack at all costs. Good luck, Agent.
It's very, very funny that they show that after the fucking Snake Eater trailer. Because that's an identical intro. Okay.
See the world differently.
Wait, is this? Hang on, that's that game.
I was wrong.
Yeah, it's the initiative in Crystal Dynamics. It's the one that they're working on, which is like Perfect Dark. Yes, it was the follow-up to Perfect Dark.
How far to his last known location?
I thought that game was cancelled, actually.
You need to find him before they do.
I'll have to improvise.
Oh, thank you for subscribing, Dubhaz.
Voice print.
It was in development hell, yeah, like for a while. If it's an actual genuine sneaking game, right, sneaking espionage, I might be into it. Like, so long as it doesn't just devolve into GoldenEye gunplay. There will be gunplay, I'm sure, but so long as that's not the meat of the game.
Carrington on the second floor.
Ooh, Mirror's Edge.
Life we think we know
Very Mirror's Edge style, actually.
turns out to be a lie.
In fact, extremely Mirror's Edge style.
Find the truth.
Here comes the gunplay. Yeah, there we are.
Scan's clear. I'm going in blind.
I mean, Mirror's Edge is a nice game to copy from when it comes to making, like,
Analyze
a parkour system.
Carrington appears to be targeting a research facility. If he attacks it, the casualties could be astronomical. Agent Stark, it's a pleasure to meet you. I could use someone with your skills.
It's a stun gun! I like that. I like that it's a non-lethal weapon. Well, maybe not all non-lethal, but... No, okay, not non-lethal at all. Just, it has a non-lethal mode, I guess. Does that mean you can do a pacifist playthrough? That would be interesting.
Everything. Before I could see.
It kind of seems like you probably can't.
this world was really hiding.
I hope you're ready, Agent Dark.
Are you all seeing this?
Once you open this door, there's no going back.
Okay, that looks interesting. Like, that doesn't just look like a boring ass, like, shooter game. Right? Like, they're shooting in there, but, like, hopefully that's not the meat of the game.
Joanna Dark is caught in the middle of a near-future war over advanced technology that
President of Gaming Content, so you, oh, Matt Booty, you're also responsible for firing thousands of people, so go fuck yourself too. Right along with Phil.
From the developers at The Initiative and Crystal Dynamics as the game progresses. The creativity and talent of game creators are what make our industry unique.
You were sitting next to someone working at Ubisoft Montpellier, apparently on Beyond Good and Evil 2. God, Beyond Good and Evil 2 is like, that's just eternal employment for any person. Like, God, that game is never coming out. Like Silksong. Oh, Silksong. No one's heard of Silksong in a million years. Yeah, but like, Beyond, I'm just gonna shut him up. Beyond Good and Evil 2, though, that's vaporware. That's never, ever coming out. Never. It is never, ever getting published. It's just not happening. People are gonna be working on that game at Ubisoft when I die. Okay, I'll let him talk again now.
We're thrilled to have Diablo 4 in Game Pass, where millions of you made it your favorite way to play. This October, Diablo 4 Vessel of Hatred expands the demon slaying experience with an all-new character class, a new region, and of course, the next chapter in the acclaimed story. Here is the opening cinematic for the game. Let's take a look.
Okay, I've heard that Diablo 4 has become pretty good after they've rebalanced the loot system, like, extensively. So... I mean, a Blizzard cinematic is always good.
Boy, young one, are you all right? Nerel? Oh, you're not well. Please, please, my child, let me help you.
Stay away from me! Nerel! Is that how I raised you?
No, Mother. But I must carry this burden alone. I must get to Akarat's tomb.
But look at you. You're killing yourself.
I don't know how much longer I can...
I'm here, little magpie.
I missed you so much.
I'm so proud of you. But now, I need you to give up.
No. Of course it's you. You monster.
Let's go. No. You made a choice. And I warned you, little magpie. There would be consequences.
Oh, yeah, that's not good. Oh, those are lung blood thing. Oh.
Control the stone.
You hold the stone. You control nothing.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I could use some help.
Well, you know. Probably should have, yeah, I probably should have taken the powerful hero who defeated, you know, Lilith with you or something. But, you know, October 8th, that's not too far away.
Oh, right, you. So, you want to know all about heroes, do you? Well, you have come to the right place. Because who better to tell you all about them than perhaps the greatest hero of them all? Yeah? There he is, in all his finery. Cheers.
Oh, is this Fable? It's Fable.
I'm sure you get your mega fans.
You are like literally my favourite person.
Your haters.
It's like a fan club, but we hate you.
Your chancers. And the occasional giant toad. For some reason. But it's more than that. It's about the choices you make.
I'm a hero. I should do what I want.
We thought you could save her.
You know, it's your life and death stuff. That's what defines you, doesn't it? Really, stays with you. I knew this one hero. I took her in when she had nowhere else to go. Welcome to the most exclusive club in all of Albion. Thought I'd get her out there, make the most of her gift. But you know what it's like when you're young and you have a point to prove. I tell you, this kid, she had it all. The skill, the talent, the power. She was something else, all right. She was terrifying. So, yeah, I knew this girl once who made all the wrong choices.
Humphrey. She's back.
I'm going to fix it, this place.
And no one is going to stand in my way.
Haha. Well, okay. It's been a long time since we had a decent Fable game. It looks good. Like, visually, aesthetically, it looked nice. I never played the Fable game, so I don't really have any attachment to the franchise. That looks Valorant-y, but
Use this. Make your own rules.
clearly it isn't.
It's my turn.
That looks extremely Valorant. Like, that looks almost plagiaristically Valorant-y. The visual aesthetic style that they've got going on, that's... Like, okay. Like, no, it goes further. It goes harder than Valorant does. Like, it's more... Okay. It does go harder than Valorant does, but... It's clearly taking a lot, at least from Riot's style of... Yeah, Frackpunk. It's taking a lot from Riot's particular style of promo shots and trailers. Huh.
World premiere.
Noodle cake. Oh no. Oh no. No, little mouse.
There is nothing
My weak point.
in the city. So, I have traveled back to where I grew up. Here, I found my childhood home in ruins. Why hasn't my aunt taken good care of it? The bridge to her house is broken, so I can't even ask her.
Okay, so this is like a crafting survival thing?
No matter what it takes, and no matter how hard it gets, I will fight. And find meaning and beauty out here. Some will say that in the dead of winter, a small city mouse doesn't stand a chance. Maybe so. But I must keep believing that every winter leads to spring. Nancy, finally! No!
Oh. Okay. That looks like a cute little cozy game.
My mixtapes bend others to my will. It's a strange, almost cosmic talent.
Go back to a time where summers lasted forever, when friendships were unbreakable, and any trouble was good trouble.
This year, I want to ride a flaming stallion of delinquency.
Yes!
What's your name again?
From Beethoven and Dinosaur comes an adventure, a lifetime in the making. Experience the freedom.
Okay, so we're doing more stop
wasteland,
motion-esque
sneaking out,
animation
making
style.
out, avoiding the law, and maybe something a little more.
Hey, lesbians!
Yeah, little Rockford, go nuts!
Set to the soundtrack of a generation.
Well, this stream is copyright claimed.
What are we gonna think of ourselves in 10 years?
I'll just remember to tell myself it felt important at the time.
Your greatest memories are
That's pretty
stored
cool.
in music.
Honestly, that's original.
Go back in mixtape.
There have been noise complaints.
Okay.
That looks interesting. Very Annapurna. Like, okay. I'll keep an eye out on that. That looked quite cool. I was just kind of fascinated by that trailer. Racing game, maybe? Yep. Oh, this is Microsoft Flight Simulator stuff, I guess? Yep. Okay, cool. Flight Simulator is an amazing accomplishment. It really genuinely is. I've played it in VR before, and it's genuinely a just a wonderful experience. It honestly is. Not exciting in the way that, like, games are often exciting, but just like a really nice way to spend time. Boeing, yeah. New airplane added to Microsoft Flight Simulator. New challenge, fly Boeing without crashing. Yeah, not all AI is generative AI. I don't know what Azure AI is, and I don't think it'll be generative AI. I would imagine if it's any kind of AI, it'll probably be like a learning model that tries to expand, because they use like global GPS map data in order to create the maps. I would imagine that they're using some kind of machine learning model to like turn that into like stuff where you can walk around on the ground, right? It's a fidelity thing. I wouldn't assume that it's generative AI, because that's not really what Flight Simulator needs. Yeah, it's a coding model for creating the environment. That makes more sense to me, yeah. AI has become such a hated word no matter the con. Yeah, I mean, that's because companies are slapping AI on absolutely everything. And the word has become functionally completely fucking meaningless because none of it is artificial intelligence. None of it is artificial intelligence. Like, literally none of it. It's all just machine learning models, which are not AI. They're not the same thing. Alright, we got some Elder Scrolls. I've also never played ESO, so no opinion on that either. Both those markets might bust, and now we're all just waiting for the AI bust to... Yeah, like, and that's happening already. Like generative AI models are already declining extremely fast in user numbers and, like, actual use cases, and they're not generating revenue, and they're becoming ever more expensive to run. So they are huge money sinks, and they're gonna crash, like, because it's not sustainable. Companies are gonna realize the same thing they did with NFTs, same thing they did with crypto, that there isn't actually a market for any of this shit. And there isn't a population of human beings who will pay money to use it, and then it's gonna go away. Like, it'll go exactly the same way of NFTs and crypto, right? This is just an ad. Yeah, I mean, it's all ads. Everything on this stream is ads. That's what Summer Game Fest is.
I swore I'd never use my power again.
Square. Oh, this is Life is Strange?
But 2 nights ago...
Yeah, Deck 9, yeah. Things at Deck 9 are rough. They have had some really rough working conditions. Hey, hang on.
I don't know who I can trust.
She looks familiar.
Or who trusts me. But my friend Safi is dead. So why can I still hear her voice? Focusing my power, I somehow shifted into a parallel timeline. Here, Safi is still alive. The danger stalks our every step. And only I can investigate both realities.
Hang on. Parallel world?
It's the same as this one, except you're dead. I can still save Safi. If I can solve and prevent the same murder across 2 timelines.
Okay. Double exposure. That's actually kind of clever. Like, the photography thing, double timeline, that's a kind of clever title. But yeah, that's Max. Okay. Shit, they're bringing her back. I was not expecting that. I was expecting, like, okay. But yeah, like working conditions at Deck 9 have been very rough. Apparently, this is something I heard on a podcast with some games journalists. Management has been talking to the staff in the union, and like they seem to be working it out. But like,
It could be the best kept secret in history.
Oh, Indiana Jones.
Indiana.
These artifacts have a deep connection to something in the past. Boss believes they hold a kind of power. A discovery that could change the world.
No guns.
What were you doing out there?
Or rather, like, I don't want it to be a first-person shooter.
We have to find the stones, Gina. Or they will. If you were to draw a line through these ancient sites around the globe, you'd get a perfectly aligned circle.
The Great Circle.
Exactly.
I intercepted the Morse code coming from the Himalayas.
Our boss is sending all of his men.
Okay. I'm not seeing FPS gunplay bullshit,
Battleship?
so I'm still interested.
Let's get a closer look.
Like, I would very much like it if it's an Indiana Jones game where he actually does some archaeology.
What's that in his hands? What does it say?
Earth something. What was that?
We'd better hide. Ciao.
Okay, so none of that is gameplay.
Hands behind your head.
But it's nice that we get to fight Nazis, at least.
Where's the stone, you American rat?
What stone?
Have you ever heard of Höhenangst?
Fear of heights.
Fear of heights?
Yes!
Ah, Dr. Jones! Yeah!
I have it. I endured this dreadful mountain even if my mind was screaming every step of the way. Because of a concept you narrow-minded Americans will never understand. Devotion. Total and absolute devotion to the fatherland. You have no purpose. What you have is your stupid American cartoons. Choo-choo, choo-choo. Ha 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 ha. You laugh and dance, celebrating your own idiocy and drinking the piss you call beer. I will walk through fire for the devoted men of the Reich. Give me that stone. Now!
Can't give you what I don't have.
I shall search your corpse to make sure.
Please wait.
Give me the stone.
Gina.
Oh, I like that. This is pretty well directed, I will say.
We gotta get out of here.
The human faces are a little bit uncanny, I will say. Like the face capture. I will say, this is all just one very long cutscene so far. Like, is any of this gameplay at all? There's some gameplay, okay. Bit of first person, okay. Fisticuffs, very good. Headbutting Nazis, very good. You know what? I'll give that a chance. Like, it seems to be a little bit... Really? Are we doing the fucking boulder thing again? Okay. It seems to be trying a little bit too hard to be a movie in terms of, like, the sheer length of those fucking cutscenes, but... Shit, I could get into that. Ooh, hello. Big robot? Neuron activation? Wait, was this the same one they showed at Games Fest? I think it is. They just didn't show almost any gameplay footage there. Oh, this is very Zone of the Enders. Like in term, or is it? Maybe it isn't actually. I'm trying to figure out like what the control scheme is. Oh, my neurons are activating, guys. My neurons are activating really hard. I like big robots that transform and shoot lasers and missiles. Please don't be PvP. Please don't be PvP. I don't want a PvP game. I just want a fucking... It looks PvP, though. Yeah, Mecha Break. That's what it was called. The gameplay does look good. Like, that does look visually really cool. Okay.
You never know you are a monster until someone comes to slay you.
I don't know, lady.
The first signs are really subtle.
Seems like a mirror might have
But over time,
informed you.
it becomes clear. The gift changes you, slowly consuming every little part of your humanity.
Ooh, that's a yawning face. Yay! Ow. Okay, more Sekiro-style parrying. By the looks of it, anyway. No UI, so it's not like we can see a posture meter, but...
It runs in my blood.
Nothing is forever. Wushang Fallen Feathers. Okay. Is that an actual Chinese developed game, or is it just... It looked more Souls-like, but I still wouldn't say it like in terms of the combat, but I'd say more Sekiro-ish.
Your Emperor has chosen you as our envoy to the living lands. That wild frontier suffers from the dream scourge. Find the root of this terrible plague.
Wait, is that the Obsidian game?
To it.
He is wrong. The dream scourge is but a symptom of a deeper, more dangerous rot. Go.
Yeah, I think this is Avowed. I think this is Obsidian's Skyrim-like thing. Skyrim-style first-person RPG.
There is more wonder in this world than eyes alone can see. You must open yourself to its mysteries.
Yep, that's Avowed. Okay.
Purpose, no matter how.
I will always give an Obsidian game a chance.
And become what the living lands truly needs.
And like, if this is Obsidian doing a take on Skyrim, a Skyrim-style RPG, then I am on board. Coming this year. Okay. Cool. They moved away from full open world into a more controlled experience. That makes sense to me. Rebellion. It's what Obsidian's better at, I think. Oh no. Oh, it's a horror game. It's set in England. Content warning, English.
Not emergency, but disaster. Now the worst seems to be over.
Was that a fucking Wicker Man? Okay. British Fallout? Is it We Happy Few 2? Surely not. So it's like World War I era-esque. Yeah, this is definitely not We Happy Few. Atomfall. A completely different thing. Okay. Didn't really get much of a sense of what the game is like as a game. Just some first-person combat and shooting guns. So, I don't really know. Avowed was the Obsidian Skyrim-esque thing that they were doing.
Did your father ever tell you why my bones ache in the weather? War. Their soldiers killed everyone.
Is this Tenchu?
I do not fear our enemy. They talk of peace and
Oh, is
dream
it
of
the
war.
Assassin's Creed game? Oh, okay. Fair enough. Yep, Assassin's Creed, fair enough.
Our people deserve to be freed of the oppressor's grasp.
Vengeance is a lonely path now, eh? Believe me, there are other ways to heal.
Hey, there's our boy. Yasuke was a samurai, by the way.
Use their power. Do not deserve to keep it.
Specifically because being a samurai isn't special. If you are a warrior who carries a blade in service to a lord, then you are a samurai. At least at that time. It became a different thing later. Like, it became a hereditary thing over time as the samurai class entrenched itself and tried to sort of, like, secure its own power. But Yasuke was a samurai by the simple definition of the term, which is that you carry a weapon, you fight for a lord who pays you a stipend in return. That's a samurai. Like, you are a warrior. That's what it is. And all the dork-ass losers who were sort of trying to... No, he was not a samurai. He was he was a slave. He was a bushi. He was a pet. He was... It's like all like dumb pieces of shit with no comprehension of the history who are just racist. Like, it's just racism. People who get up... Like, who piss and cry about it.
Скіфе, радий тебе бачити, друже.
Stalker?
Валимо звідси.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna buy Assassin's Creed either. I might pirate it though. Cause fuck Ubisoft.
Чарівний край черемоша й прута. Ти моя любов, ти рідна матінко моя.
Feels Metro. Yeah, it could be Metro. I've never really played either game, either series, so It's just not really my kind of thing. Not that there's nothing wrong with it, it's just not my kind of thing. Oh, it's Stalker. Okay, yeah, sure.
How can you possibly say it's Metro? There's not a single train in sight, you dingus. I haven't played either as well.
Зараз час такий. Час можливостей.
Усі ці жертви, усі ці смерті.
The art design is pretty on point. Like, the environment design, like, keeping it clear, but still keeping it, like, chaotic and post-apocalyptic. Like, the color, the light, it's all very well composed.
Іди своїм шляхом, і тоді ти зможеш побачити зону по-своєму.
Stalker 2. Didn't they try to sell NFTs for this game or something? Probably. I remember there was some fuckery around one of those games.
We've been honored to partner with GSC Game World, the Ukrainian
President of Xbox. Go fuck yourself too!
We can't wait for you to experience their game.
Stop firing people for making successful games, you assholes.
You've seen amazing games from creators around the world, from both our partners and our own studios, from the biggest blockbusters to original independent games.
Actually, shut up. You don't get to talk. Stop firing people who make success. Tango Gameworks still pisses me off so deeply. Like, just, what the fuck were they supposed to do? They launched a successful, critically acclaimed game that sold lots of copies. What the fuck else were they supposed to do? Right? Because there's nothing they could do, because, like, Xbox doesn't give a shit. Huh. Buffering. Yeah, they didn't make infinite money. Well, it's not even that. The reason why Tango Gameworks was closed, as it turns out, is because their next project that they were pitching would have cost a little bit too much money to make. Like, it would have taken a little too long. It would have cost a little bit too much money. Xbox didn't want to do it. And so they just closed the studio instead to save money. Like, that was really it. It wasn't even, like, it wasn't that they didn't make money. It wasn't that they didn't have a successful game. It was that the next project that they wanted to work on, was a little too expensive, and it wasn't, like, immediately a part of their publishing strategy. And so, they just killed it. Because it was financially more convenient, right? And it's part of, because Xbox has been on this fucking buying spree, right? Like, they've been buying up studios left and right. They paid God knows how many billions of dollars for like game studios over the past few years. Their parent company, Microsoft, has started cracking the whip over them now. Like, have started demanding that they cut spending, right? Started demanding that they, like, spend less money, make more, and, like, contract. Oh, Gears of War. Marcus seems to be having a good time. TV Punch. I know gay men who flirt like that. Oh, they're doing Mad World. Of course they are. They're making the nostalgia play. Worn out places. E-Day. Okay. I guess that was their big drop. No Silk Song, but I wasn't really expecting it. Now they're doing some Call of Duty shit. Fair enough. I mean, the Gulf War is a fairly unexplored setting, I guess, for the Call of Duty franchise. I don't know. But it is, I just... Oh, they're doing a full direct of just Black Ops 6. Okay.
Hello, and welcome to Treyarch in Los Angeles. And
can't say I'm that interested. Right, so the showcase is over. Now it's just the Black Ops Direct. Fine. Well, I've lost interest. I don't care. Don't care. Take me back to the Bayou. That was around here, right? Yeah. I am genuinely kind of curious about that turn-based RPG. Like, that kind of seemed... That, like, shit, it's been so long since a big one has come out, right? Like... Yeah, so far this has been a pretty solid showcase. Like, Xbox, they do seem to have gotten something out of buying all those studios. Like, they do seem to have had some games to announce. When does Nintendo do a thing? Sometime later this month. In a few days. Was it the 11th or something? Boy. No, Nibelung, I mean like a AAA, like a huge, like big fucking AAA title. Rather than these like mid-tier AA things. Will you stream a reaction to the Nintendo thing? Yes. Yes, I will. God, the visual style of this game, though. Like, from the stop-motion aesthetic to... Like, the way they render the characters, right? Like, because, like, stop-motion puppets can't do everything that these character models are doing, right? Like, they just can't. Like, that... There are limitations to what a stop-motion puppet can do in terms of, like, deforming and, like, squash and stretching. And that fish character is doing way more than what an actual stop-motion puppet would be able to do. But, God, like, it's using, like... It's using camera effects.
Announcement. Mine is this, Mgstel2 and the turn-based RPG.
This one is definitely my favorite from this particular showcase. Like, this looks extremely fucking cool. Aesthetically. And it's also, like... I don't think I've ever played, like, an hack-and-slash action RPG that takes place in, like, the Louisiana Bayou or wherever the hell this is. Right, like, that's inspired by specifically, like, the American... Like, that part of the American South. So, like, this is new. Like this is not, you know, sci-fi with assault rifles, right? This is something new and interesting. I don't, like, because it's like a hack-and-slash sort of action fighter game in the style, it seems, like, in terms of the primary gameplay loop. Who knows how well it'll hold together, because those can get kind of grindy and button spammy, depending on how the combat system is put together. But aesthetically, this fucks. Like, aesthetically, this rules really fucking hard. And I'm really interested in that. Right, because it seems like more than anything sort of in the vein of your Devil May Cry sort of act. Well, not even Devil May Cry, really, because there's no style meter or anything, but more like a third-person hack-and-slash action thing with some platforming elements. Which, like, they used to be so ubiquitous. Like, this used to be, like, the default mode of AAA gaming for a while. I'm kind of pleased to see that back. I really do hope it has a mode to have the whole game rendered in proper stop-motion movement rather than 60 FPS, though. I was most excited for Dragon Age going in, but I left wishing South of Midnight was out yesterday. Yeah, like, that's the thing. I almost forgot that they fucking showed the Dragon Age trailer. Because that trailer was not much. That trailer was really not much to look at. It really genuinely kind of wasn't. Yeah, no gameplay, right? Like, it was very much just a sizzle reel, right? Like, and like, in part, I understand why BioWare does that. Like, because BioWare understands. Let's see if I can find the fucking... Here it is. Around there. Like, BioWare understands that what people want from Dragon Age is, where are all the hot characters? Which ones can I make out with? Which ones are we gonna draw, like, interminable volumes of fan art of them doing gay shit, right? Like, that's one of the main things people look for in a BioWare thing, like, in a Dragon Age thing. So, like, I understand that. It's just... would have been nice to get a sense of what the game is actually about. Or what the gameplay is, like whether they're doing Dragon Age 2 style action combat or Inquisition style sort of squad combat or returning to CRPG things.
We need someone to be our eyes and ears in the shadows.
And someone to bring a little darkness to the daylight.
Into the fade, aren't we?
And digging up a lot of buried secrets.
He does look very... he does serve a little bit, that guy.
Yeah.
The Necromancer.
Someone who will stand between us and a pack of demons.
You know there will be dragons.
Right. We'll need someone with fire in their blood. One more thing. This crew needs a leader. Someone we can count on. Someone that the world can count on.
I don't mind the style shift so much, like, because so long as the style matches what the game is trying to do aesthetically and narratively, then that's fine. Like, if the narrative and the aesthetic and, like, the gameplay of the game matches the change in art style, then everything's fine, right? Because Inquisition had, like, that much more sort of, like high fantasy art style that it had, specifically because, like, a lot of its story was concerned with, like, political intrigue, right? Where Dragon Age 2 was much more of a hack and slasher, in its actual implementation, so it had more of, like, a little bit of sort of, like, that roughness around it. So I don't mind. Yeah, it looks a little bit Hero Forge. Yeah, it does. It has a chunkiness to it.
What are you thinking?
We need someone to be our eyes and ears in the shadows.
And I will say, like, as I understand it, Veilguard is set into winter, right? Like, so part of it is probably also... wait, does she have prosthetics for legs? Oh, that's pretty cool. So, like, the aesthetic is probably also like, because we're not in thetas anymore, right? Why do a lot of new video games feel like they all look the same? Is that just me? That's because they all look the same. Call from accounting. Like, AAA video games are so expensive to make that they are extremely scared of like innovating aesthetically, of taking risks. So most AAA video games will have aesthetics that sort of look like other successful AAA video games, because that's how the publishers think we're going to minimize the risk here by making something that looks like something that's already successful. And that leads to a lot of generic aesthetic in.
We need to do more high fantasy American West and South. The other day I saw a drawing of a gunslinger witch, and between that and South of Midnight, I feel we need more wacky traditional fantasy in those settings. It goes so hard.
I agree with you. I absolutely do. But it is basically a thing of like everyone sort of regresses to the mean, right? Everyone, like, it's the same thing, like, after League of Legends became as popular as it did, you saw a huge shift in the free-to-play and mobile gaming market, where every single other video game, and this still goes on to this day, so many other video games mimic the visual aesthetic of League of Legends very, very closely in their own presentation of their art assets, because League of Legends is so fucking popular. And the result of that is that Riot often gets accused of making art that looks derivative and generic, right? Yeah, it does, but partly that's because the entire rest of the industry, like part of the industry that Riot is in, all shifted around to chase, League of Legends aesthetic, right? So League of Legends just became generic by association because everyone started to imitate them in that way, right? And that's sort of like. And what I would have wanted Riot to do about that is to keep innovating and changing their style and switch things up and push boundaries and shit like that. They haven't done that. They have just kind of retreated into their aesthetic bubble and just stayed there, without ever Arcane was basically the last time anything League of Legends related really pushed a new innovative aesthetic, and that was all because of Studio Fortiche. That was 0% Riot. And entirely Studio Fortiche pushing that. And now that style, the Studio Fortiche style, seems to be bleeding into League of Legends trailers, right? Wasn't League of Legends essentially the game that popularized F2P? Partly, yeah. It was a huge influence. League of Legends was the first game that figured out a free-to-play funding model that was actually workable and sustainable. They were the first ones to figure out how to create a monetization scheme that players would accept with microtransactions, right? Their model of you get to play the game for free, you can earn everything gameplay related by playing the game. But you have to pay for cosmetics. That is very much that's something Riot didn't invent. That other games were doing it too, but Riot were the ones who figured out a business model that really made that work, right? So you can blame them for that.
And someone to bring a little darkness to the daylight.
Okay, assassin dude, lots of knives. Long hair put up in a nice ponytail, well-groomed beard. Yep, people are gonna get horny for that.
We're going into the fade, aren't we?
She's adorable. Yep, people are gonna get horny for that.
Up a lot of buried sea.
This guy's fully modeled on Vincent Price, right? It's not just the little pencil mustache. This is a Vincent Price. This is fully a hang on. I'm not seeing things here. Because Vincent Price did, yeah, yep, it is. Oh, hang on. There. And then you go there. Right? He's fully on some Vincent Price shit. Absolutely. People are gonna get horny for that. They're gonna get very horny for that. He needs to be I know it's a stereotype, right? I know it's a stereotype, but I want that guy to be the most, oh, yes, my dear, well, welcome to my humble abode. I don't drive. Like, I want him to fucking be a full Vincent Price impression. Like, I want him to do the sort of charming transatlantic upper-class accent thing. Oh, my dear, you can't be seen in these clothes. Let me find you something better. Like, I do want him, like, I want him to be a little bit that kind of gay, right? Yeah, Radigan, like fully, a little bit that kind of gay. I want him to serve that particular kind of cunt. Isn't the League of Legends style a refinement of the Warcraft style? Partly. It is like, it started very much in a Warcraft 3 kind of place while drawing a bunch of aesthetic influence from a bunch of other things. But then it started to bring in a lot of anime influence over time. Like, it's more like a Warcraft mixed with anime aesthetics is sort of where the League of Legends art style came from. Like, that little, as he's weaving the spell, that little stirring the pot thing he does with his hand.
To the daylight.
Into the fade, aren't we?
And digging up a lot of buried secrets.
Like, almost like he's conducting a little musical or something. Like, I like him already.
What about Darkspawn?
Yeah. Someone who will stand
But yeah, like, there's been a big aesthetic change to the Wardens as well. Like, that's a very different Grey Warden uniform. Than we've seen characters wearing previously. Like, much more stylized, much more expressive and open, where the Grey Wardens were, like, very closed off traditionally.
You know there will be dragons.
Right.
I'm a little annoyed that Varric has lost his red hair. Oh, there are some people who are going to have a feeling or two about her. I'm very glad that we get a fucking proper Kunari, also.
Fire in their blood. One more thing. This crew needs a leader. Someone we...
So, like, what do we have? We have, like, Dalish Elf, we have Kunari. Some humans, a dwarf. I think she's Talvashoth, probably. It was impossible to make a good-looking Kunari in the Inquisition. Yeah, like, the character customization options are gonna be fucking important for this game.
Someone that the world can count on. But where are we gonna find her?
Yeah, defy the gods. I want a better look at his Warden uniform. Because this is, like, much more of, like, a superhero, almost, aesthetic for, like, a Warden. A Grey Warden. Yeah, like no chest armor, just, like, open coat. Like, exposing his heart underneath. Was like, that's very sort of dashing and roguish, right? And there comes a Darkspawn god. Yeah. I do wonder, like, they changed the title at the last minute to Veilguard rather than Dreadwolf. And I do wonder if that's a signal that, like, the role of Solus is going to be, like, has been downgraded in the narrative. I am worried about this game because, like, I know a couple of people who have worked at BioWare at various times, and, like, everything that they have told me about the development process of Dreadwolf Veilguard has been discouraging. Has sounded bad. Like, it sounded like it's been a problematic, a difficult creation process. So, like, I am quite worried what Veilguard is ultimately going to turn out to be, especially with the name change. Like, because the name change is, like, that feels like it signals a shift in what the game was supposed to be, right? But okay, that was a pretty solid showing from Xbox. Pretty damn solid showing overall. Like a bunch of stuff that looks interesting and worth playing. Which, like, again, I fully expect that next year it'll be a lot more barren. Because, like, they fired thousands of fucking people. You can't do that and still keep up the same level of output. So, fuck you, Phil Spencer. Fuck you, entire Microsoft leadership team. Fuck you all, you pieces of shit, you assholes. You shitbags sitting on, like, piles and piles and piles and piles of money. Just piles of profit. Piles of cash. And throwing people into precarity while you assholes take home, like, fucking $1 million bonuses and bounties and shit. Fuck off. Like, go to hell, you assholes. Everything that the real creatives behind video games make, you don't deserve to profit from this shit. But that's the world we live in. Fuck capitalism. Oh well. Oh well. Will I watch the PC Gaming Showcase? Yeah, but I don't think I'll stream it. I need to... I'll put that on a second monitor, and do some work in the meantime.
No, dude, you don't understand. They were so close to their 16th yacht. Come on.
Yeah. Fuck these people. This isn't work? No, this is fun. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll put the VOD of this up on the reaction channel shortly. And, yeah, I guess I'll see you back here for the Nintendo Direct. I think the Nintendo Direct is the next thing I want to react to. Have a good one, everyone. Thanks for watching with me. I really do enjoy doing this with you guys. It's a lot more fun with you people in the chat. It really is. Cheers.